What's up, guys? Okay, so we just witnessed maybe the fall of Fitzmagic and then him resurge back to life in the middle of it. We're still not sure what's going on with the Buccaneers, but it's looking like Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to continue playing for the foreseeable future. But anyway, coming at you guys with a quick video of who you should target on your waiver wire this week. Fortunately, we survived another week with very few injuries to major positions, well, with the exception of Jimmy Garoppolo. It's very unfortunate for the 49ers, and everyone hates seeing quarterbacks go down. So that's a big bummer. But overall, probably not going to affect too many people's fantasy teams. Jimmy G wasn't that high profile of a quarterback, so at least as far as this video is concerned, that's not going to affect too much when it comes to the waiver wire. We'll start with quarterbacks like we normally do. Again, very rarely are you ever going to want to spend a lot of money for a quarterback. Um, so right now, I think your best quarterbacks to target if they're still out there would be Baker Mayfield, Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Andy Dalton. All those guys have been balling thus far, and Baker Mayfield is going to be a little bit of a surprise. I'm not quite sure what he's going to do fantasy wise, but he could come out and light it on fire. And then I'd pay about 3-5% in terms of waiver wire budget if you need a quarterback. And then deep league stashes, people, if you have like two quarterback leagues, Joe Flacco if he's out there, Eli Manning if he's out there, and then Lamar Jackson is still someone to stash in case the Ravens start to tank. Again, probably don't roster him unless you have a two quarterback league or you're in a dynasty league. And then Josh Rosen is going to get the start this week. So, if you want to preemptively put him on your bench in case he has a good week, go for it. Cardinals don't look that great, though. Running backs, not really much to say here either, which is surprising at this point of the year, but we'll roll with it. So nobody all the way down to about 3-5% category. Guys in that category, I would go Naeem Hines, Theo Riddick, C.J. Anderson. Robert Turbin is going to be off his suspension soon. Maybe he'll give the Colts a little bit more of a jump because Marlon Mack has been hurt and Jordan Wilkins hasn't been doing too good. Nick Chubb as well. They're starting to get him used a little bit more, even though Carlos Hyde is doing good. There's always some upside to having a rookie on your bench. And then deep league stashes, if you have a big bench or you just need some potential for a player to break out. Wendell Smallwood looked pretty good this week. Corey Grant has looked pretty good, being the understudy to both Fournette and Yeldon. They're both dealing with injuries right now, so at some point in the season, Corey Grant could see an extended workload. Spencer Ware if Kareem Hunt goes down, Chase Edmonds if David Johnson goes down, and Rod Smith if Ezekiel Elliott goes down. All guys I wouldn't really pay much more than a dollar for. Okay, obviously, if you have the number one waiver priority or you're just looking for an immediate jolt to your lineup, if he's out there, probably not. But if he's out there, Calvin Ridley obviously is the person you're going to spend all your money on this week. He's not going to score 3 touchdowns every week. Don't assume that he's ever going to do that again in his career, but he's had 2 good games in a row after giving you a goose in week 1. Matt Ryan looks far better than he did, and their defense just continues to have season-ending injuries. So it's likely that the game script that you saw on Sunday with Matt Ryan having to throw 5 touchdowns and they still lost, that's going to continue all year long. So Calvin Ridley is going to feast. Mohamed Sanu may even be someone you want to keep on your bench, and then hopefully Julio Jones starts getting into the end zone. But the the Falcons are going to have to score a lot of points to make up for their crappy defense. So I'd spend a lot of money, 25 to 50% if you need a receiver. Other receivers that are going to be worth a good bit of money if they're on your waiver wire. Tyler Boyd, with AJ Green's injury, Tyler Boyd becomes far more valuable. Chris Godwin had another good night tonight, and Geronimo Allison had that giant touchdown. So these are all guys that they're flex plays, but they have a lot of value if if Mike Evans, Devontae Adams, or AJ Green's injury is serious, then these guys all become much better plays. Another player you might want to keep an eye out for is Antonio Callaway. He didn't really do too much this week, but with Baker Mayfield, coming on and being the quarterback for the Browns, I would target Callaway to stash him on your bench and see because he targeted Mayfield targeted Callaway a lot in the preseason. Just a couple of deep stash guys, 3 to 5%. I'd go Ted Ginn, DJ Moore, James Washington, Ryan Grant, and Paul Richardson. Not people you'd want to start per se, but someone that could help your roster, as we get closer to the bye weeks here. Deep league stashes. Brandon Marshall didn't really look too good on Sunday, but he's still always a touchdown threat. And then Taylor Gabriel did have some extended work for Chicago. Mitch Trubisky isn't really doing too much from a quarterback standpoint, but he's someone that you can keep an eye out for. Okay, so obviously from tight end sucks this year, and people are just looking everywhere they can to get a tight end. If Vance McDonald is out there after we saw what he did, he's probably not going to have any more games like that. But he's truly showing that he has that athleticism. And at this point, if you have a tight end that is halfway decent, then he should probably be rostered. So I would spend 6 to 10% on Vance McDonald, try to get him on your team. 3 to 5%, we got Ben Watson, Austin Hooper, Hayden Hurst, and then Dallas Goddard. Dallas Goddard probably isn't going to score a touchdown every week, but if a tight end can score a touchdown, then it's worth rostering them on your team because tight ends suck this year. And lastly, I know with that logic, maybe you'd take Ricky Seals Jones, but for what the Cardinals are doing, I wouldn't pay as much for Ricky Seals Jones as I would for the other names I just mentioned. And then Austin Seferian-Jenkins he's been targeted in the red zone a little bit, but overall Blake Bortles doesn't really seem to throw to the tight end. So those are all names. If you have to start them, it sucks. But I mean, we're in a spot now with Evan Ingram going down. We've already lost Greg Olsen. We've already lost Delaney Walker. The tight end situation is bad this year. So just stash a guy or two on your roster and hope for the best. Hayden Hurst would probably be the best preemptive pickup. He's probably not going to play in week 4, but Joe Flacco does like to throw to tight ends, and he looked really good all preseason. But anyway, I hope that helped you guys. Again, you can always subscribe and get my tiers emailed to you each week. Send those out to you, and I'm going to start doing more live streams. Hopefully, you guys like that format a little bit better. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have any suggestions, anything I can do to make my channel better. Anyway, I hope you guys found this useful, and good luck to you this week in the waivers. Peace.